Norvi Kim Viet is in a Vietnamese session via Zoom with her nephew, a Vietnamese man living in the US for over 40 years.
I could speak and write a little Vietnamese when I was a child. Living in the US, I have to learn English to catch up with my peers at school, so I didn't care about my mother tongue. Later I joined church activities and went on regular charity trips to Vietnam. I decided to learn Vietnamese again so that I don't have to hire interpreters.
Prompted by her love of her mother tongue, Viet has also been teaching at language centers in the US whenever she has spare time. She has bought language teaching books along with those on the culture and history of Vietnam, and also used images and videos from the internet to compile her own lesson plans.
I love teaching Vietnamese. I hope to maintain and popularize the beauty of the language not only among kids, but also adults, thereby also introducing them to Vietnamese culture.
Preliminary figures show that there are nearly 200 establishments and centers teaching the Vietnamese language in the US, mainly in states with large Vietnamese communities, like California, Texas, and Washington, D.C., but most are of small scale and dependent upon voluntary teachers.
As a person living away from homeland, I think that maintaining Vietnamese is a way to maintain the connection to Vietnamese culture. When I started my first Vietnamese class, the kids were so excited. Then I asked some of my colleagues at the World Bank to hold more classes.
The development of technology has bridged all distance. Now, Vietnamese people in the US of all ages don't need to attend classes at church or at temples. They can easily learn Vietnamese online through the dedicated efforts of individuals like Mrs. Viet. This method of learning is practical, effective, and accessible to the younger generation of Vietnamese, contributing to the preservation and promotion of awareness about their roots, affection towards the homeland, and the distinctive identity of the Vietnamese nation.